Hello everybody, welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, and this week I have a brew for you. So credit for this one, shout out to AE Marling, flavor text writer for Wizards of the Coast, cosplays, a lot of awesome stuff at Magic events. It's really cool to see him cosplay at all these tournaments. And he had a feature match last weekend, I guess a week and a half ago now, however you want to put it, at GP Vegas playing this deck, which made a few tweaks to it. It is Red, White Legends, Boros Legends, everybody, and this deck is fun. We are trying to break Mox Amber in Modern, and that means we have a lot of legendary creatures here, so check this out. Mox Amber, of course, means you get a ramp, right? It's a Mox if you have a legend. We have a lot of legends. Isamaru, throwing it back here with his Hound, 2-2 for 1. Kytheon, 2-1 for 1. They can also do some stuff. Can turn into a Planeswalker. Zurgo Bellstriker, 2-2 for 1. Also a legendary creature. You can dash it. Lots of good stuff. So, right at the beginning here, you can see we have, what is this? 6, 9 1-drops. Okay, so we have a plan. We have a goal. We want to have a 1-drop on turn 1. Of course, we have Path to Exile and Lightning Bolt here to round it out. Notice, our deck has no 2-drops. But that's because we have a plan, and that plan is to get to 3 mana. So, Mox Opal does it. You know what else does it? I don't even know how to say this. Untidake, the Cloud Keeper, whatever. Some legendary land for Kamigawa. Pretty cool. It comes into play tapped, sure. However, you can pay 2 life to add 2. Spend this mana only to cast legendary spells. So, we have a lot of legendary spells. This card is really good. So what it means is, even if we don't have a 1-drop, right? 1-drop in Mox Amber, another land. That's the goal, to get 3 mana on turn 2. But also, this can work. Just this, and if we somehow don't have a 1-drop, you play this on turn 1. On turn 2, you can play a land and have your 3 mana to play your 3-drops. And on the 3-drop spot, we have Thalia, Heretic, Cathar. Mess up their land drops. Their creatures and non-basic lands come into play tapped. Great. Usually you play this card, and you kind of just get value out of the land part of it. Hoses, fetch lands, things like that. However, it also gets creatures, and in our aggressive deck, that works out very well. We also have a Brimaz here, King of the Cats. That one's a pretty fun one. Getting to the Trials, this card's just pretty good at Modern. And just having this in your deck and being able to get an emblem gives you a lot of game against a lot of combo decks that our deck otherwise maybe doesn't have a lot of game against, right? We also have Captain Lannery Storm here. Now, this one, I just love this card. I played this card in Standard, if you watched my Standard videos a while back with it. But it's a 2-2 for 3. Hey, so whenever it attacks, you get Treasure. When you sack a Treasure, it gets bumped. But what it means is, turn 2, we play Captain Lannery Storm. We get a Treasure. We can play another 1-drop out of our deck. Or we can ramp up into our big stuff here. So at the top end, we have a couple Pia and Kiran Nalaar's, Dead Parents, I guess, as they call this card. This card's very good, right? It's great. We have a couple Chandras, really good with Untidake to get out early. I love this one. Hikori Dust Drinker. Honestly, maybe this should be played a little more in Modern just because of how hateful and effective it is. It's a Winter Orb. Land zone on tap. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they untap 1. That's fine. I don't want my Jeskai opponent to be able to untap their lands. If I have a bunch of 2-1s, that's fine. And, of course, gotta have some legendary sorceries in here or it's on a Legends deck. Urza's Ruinous Blast. Exile non-land permanents that are not legendary. So, that's our deck. The one I missed here was Alicia. This is kind of a fun one, right? First strike, 3-2. Whenever it attacks you and pay 2 white. Get a creature with power 2 or less from the battlefield. Graveyard in the battlefield, tap attacking. That gets a lot of stuff in our deck. Basically everything, it turns out. So, that's the deck. We even get some fun stuff over here in the mana base. Iganjo Castle. Prevent the next 2 damage to be dealt to a legendary creature. Sure. Great. Shinka. The Bloodsoaked Keep. Target legendary creature gains first strike until the turn. This deck's a ton of fun, and if you go watch the video, it was round 1 of GP Vegas. It had a lot of some busted starts. I'm really excited to play this deck. Onto the sideboard here. It's kind of what you expect. A couple Katakis, they're legendary, sure. Rest in peace, Stony Silence. Kind of covers our hate right there. Another Hikori for... This is my plan against combo, essentially. I don't know if it's good or not, but it is kind of the plan here. Urza's Ruinous Blast, of course, for the other creature decks. Go wide, humans, something like that. I got a Hazoret in here for the flavor. This was in the main deck of AE Marling's deck. I cut it. Maybe we can play it instead of Hikori. Why not? You know what? Hazoret's more fun. Let's do it. I don't even know if it's good. I don't know how easily we can empty our hand here with this many 4 and 5 drops, but you know what? I'm going to try out Hazoret. All right, so Damping Spheres, of course, I love that card in Modern sideboards. And Teshar. Trying this one out. The idea is that maybe something grindy like Jund or Mardu Pyromancer, we could drop Teshar on turn 4, play our Mox Amber, get something back immediately. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? It's just a very powerful card on its own. And in our deck, it works out pretty well. We have nothing but historic spells. So I think it's worth a shot, if nothing else. Especially with so many 1-drops, it's pretty easy to set up a turn where we have Teshar, Mox Amber into Kytheon or something, right? And just return multiple things from your graveyard into play. And it's very good against basically everything but Anger of the Gods. So great against a Mardu Pyromancer deck, I think. Well, everybody, that is the deck. I'm excited to play this one. Boros Legends here on Mighty Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler. One more thing before we get into the games here. I really enjoyed meeting everyone at GP Vegas. I had a lot of people come up to me, more than I've ever had an event. GP Vegas was very challenging for me work-wise, doing coverage for Wizards of the Coast. It was just a long weekend. But you know what? It really brightened my day whenever anyone came up and said hi. So before we get to the gameplay, I just wanted to mention that. So everybody, here we go. Boros Legends. Thank you for watching. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mighty Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, and this is Boros Legends. So shout out to AE Marling on Twitter, cosplayer, flavor text writer for Wizards, does a lot of great stuff for the community. Always fun to see me events. Well, he had a feature match, GP Vegas last week with this deck, and it looked like a lot of fun. Caught my eye. Had to give it a shot. We're playing all the legends. We're playing the Mox Ambers. Heck, we're playing Hokori. That's a fun one right there. Okay, so let's see what our opponent allows us to do here. Do we get to attack with Zurgo? All right, we do. So, all right, don't know what our opponent's up to, but what I do know is that assuming our Zurgo survives here, we can actually play Hazoret next turn or Hokori, whichever one we want, because we're gonna have 4 mana. This deck is really interesting. It ramps, right? It even has Captain Lannery Storm provide more mana. It's got Unadake. It's got I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it right, but I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. It looks like we're gonna Jeskai control here. Oh, you know what? And we're actually gonna get the opportunity to do this. Look at this. All right, Mox Amber coming down. Unless our opponent passed Zurgo in response here, we're going to have a really good turn. They did not. Do this while I have the mana. I'm playing Hokori, everybody. That's right. Winter Orb, please. In Modern, land step untap during the controller's untap steps. Beginning of each player's upkeep, they untap a land they control. It's a 2/2. So, I mean, of course, this probably means our opponent will path this, but you know what? That's fine for us, too. We did in there with Zurgo. And to be fair, this, basically does nothing to our opponent right now. But that's fine. It is definitely a threat as the game goes on, that's for sure. They get to untap their Steamman, so they get all their lands untapped here, whereas we only get to untap 1, along with our Mox Amber. But I assume they're going to kill it, and we're going to play Hazoret, so we'll see. If not, sure, I'm willing to continue with this as is. All right, so they're probably going to path it after we only untap 1 here. Gideon, huh? Wish I had a second white mana. Oh, I do, thanks to the Mox Amber, if they let me go to my main phase, which they did. All right, play our land. And I need to do this now while I can still make white mana, but we'll play Gideon. So our opponent has to either counter the Gideon, which they're not going to. Great, so... sure, I will say that Steam Vents won't deal Gideon damage, and now I'll attack. So now even if they were planning on killing Hokori, we actually punish them for not letting us untap by drawing a 3-drop off the top. It's very powerful. So now, even if they have Path or Bolt or whatever for Hokori, and they have Lightning Helix for it, look at this. We got a free Gideon out of the deal. And now we get to untap and play Hazoret. So our opponent has a lot they have to deal with. Now, of course, they do have a grip full of cards here. Path is not a great draw here for us either. All right, let's go ahead and play Hazoret, see what happens here. Our opponent might Cryptic it, bounce Gideon. That would actually be pretty rough for us, to be honest. All right, they did not, though. All right, so we'll turn Gideon into a soldier. I doubt my opponent's really going to give me anything to Lightning Bolt anyways, so we may as well just Lightning Bolt him and force the issue here. I have no idea what they're looking at. I do know that we have a couple resilient threats here now. Both of them basically have to be pathed. The biggest blow up for us would have been if they Cryptic Commanded Hazoret and bounced Gideon. We wouldn't have been able to replay it. All we would have is a Zurgo. That would have been the worst for us. But as is, this could be... They're going to negate our Lightning Bolt, huh? Sure. And I'm going to attack with this team. Wow. All right. I kind of thought they were going to Cryptic Command our attack step, but as is, we're actually just coming in for a bunch of damage. Look at that. They did have the bolt. But that is 9 by my count. That puts them down to 7. Now Hazoret gives us a way to provide damage at the face even. This got a lot worse for them just that turn. The Cryptic Command there would have been perfect, but without Cryptic Command, that's a lot more difficult. All right, we get on tap. Pia and Kiran is not bad. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the Gideon here. I guess we're kind of in the same boat with the Cryptic Command. But it's actually not even that bad, because if they Cryptic tap or something, counter tap, counter bounce, even if they counter bounce, we still have one of these threats. So that's pretty rough for them to deal with. So I think we just go ahead and do it. If they counter tap, sure, they spend their turn doing that, right? That's fine. It's going to resolve. So that's good, too, that it resolves. So now if they counter tap, we can chuck some artifacts at them with Pia and Kiran. Or not. I don't know what's going on here. Path, snap, path? I mean, that's a thing. 5 mana. Secure the Waste. X equals 4. I see. Well, Secure the Waste is a very, very good Magic card. It's the Jeskai decks have recently moved to it as a finisher, and it's a really good one. Buys them a lot of time here. Unfortunately, I say it buys them a lot of time. I mean, our board is pretty wrath-proof. It's pretty good against chump blockers. We have flying. We have Pia and Kiran and Hazoret to both throw things directly at their face. I don't know how I feel about this matchup for us overall. In fact, I think it's probably not a great matchup, but in this case, it's looking all right. Now, do I want to path my own Pia and Kiran? I don't think so. This is not a great spot for our opponent. And we drew land, so that, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to path them because one of the ways I think we could lose is to give them extra mana here. I guess I shouldn't have played that land, though. I should have just chucked it to Hazoret. Yeah, we'll see if it matters here. We can still throw away our path to Hazoret. That doesn't hurt too badly. Our Thopters got in there, too, for what it's worth. Are they going to Field of Ruin us? That would make sense, yeah. Sacred Foundry down. Yeah, I kind of got messed up because last turn it was a little different because I was just stuck in. I can't activate Hazoret because I need to use my mana. This turn, obviously, I didn't because I didn't need to cast a Pia and Kiran. So, kind of a mistake there. We'll see if we get punished for it. Hopefully not. Unadake, okay. This time I'm not going to mess up. Let's go ahead and chuck this thing to Hazoret. I guess it was definitely a mistake because we would have had lethal right now. Then again, Helixes and Snapcasters and Helixes, I mean, this game's not over. They want to path our Hazoret, huh? I guess I'll just throw away the path as well. Well, this puts our opponent down to 1. They have to have Cryptic. I guess we're going to find out. They're down to 3 cards in hand. I guess Snapcaster Helix keeps them alive this turn. Lightning Bolt Thopter, huh? Okay, sure. 2 cards left. Path Gideon. Snapcaster Bolt. Okay. Snapcaster Bolt the other Thopter. Snapcaster chump block Gideon, and then you have to rip an answer to the Gideon. Okay, fair enough. Our opponent has 1 card in hand, and they're 1 life. So I don't. That was not the misplay with Hazaret. Actually, did not matter. It just means our opponent would have pathed it on their turn. We would have had 1 more mana on our turn. There you go. Never punished. All right, onto the sideboard here against Jeskai, huh? I guess this is definitely where we want the Teshars. We do not want the Urza's Ruinous Blast. Honestly, Pia and Kiran is just okay. Get rid of the paths here. Guess we can get some Rest in Peace in here. I guess this is fine. It's hard to say exactly what we want. I do like the Teshars a lot. You know, the paths can very occasionally come in useful. Maybe we don't want 3 Hokoris. Hokori is pretty sweet, but maybe this is better. Pia and Kiran has more value when it actually resolves. I know it looks weird for our aggro deck. I mean, we're playing Zurgo Bellstrikers here, right? To have all these 4-drops. So between the Untidakes, which add 2 mana, excuse me, and the Mox Ambers, it's actually a lot more reasonable than it seems. As you can tell, we basically have no 2-drops except for the sideboard here as well. Like I said, I don't think this is a good matchup for us, especially after sideboarding. Our opponent's deck is just going to be nothing but removal, at which point, you know, things like the Mox Ambers actually become a dead draw for us, which is why I like Teshar in the matchup, because it turns the Mox Ambers into not a dead draw in the late game. On the other hand, maybe we can just sneak out a 4-drop or something on turn 3. We'll see. All right, let's see what we got here. We have white mana and a Zurgo, huh? I'm going to keep this. These are good cards. The Rest in Peace is fine. The Thalia is extremely good. And the Gideons are, of course, very good. And we just hit a red source off the top. You know, one time here, get lucky, pull a red source off the top of our deck. Well, then we're just real business. All right, Serum Visions. But yeah, if I was able to play Zurgo into Rest in Peace into Gideon and or Thalia, that'd be great. We did not. However, I guess Teshar is not the worst. We're definitely going to need some lands here. Teshar is certainly very, very good if we can get there, right? That's going to be the challenge, and you know what? Not drawing lands is going to be pretty rough here. Regardless of the decision with the keep or not keep, not drawing land is going to kill us no matter what here. Well, I would say that when your opponent's playing the deck we are, and we do nothing, that's pretty happy if you're playing what our opponent's playing. Well, it looks like we're just going to get screwed out of this one here on the land, so that is unfortunate, which is too bad, because just with a 3rd land, our hand would have been so good. We just play Thalia, we just play Gideons, and then, you know, we find a land leading point later, and we go to Teshar Mox Amber, but I'd say if we don't hit one on this next turn, it's just going to be lights out. Well, you know what? That's a card. I've seen worse, I suppose. In fact, if we draw a land, all of a sudden we'll go from having 3 mana to 5 mana next turn, which is the thing. We're getting Vendilion clicked, huh? Okay. They'll probably just leave us with our hand. I mean, they don't want to give us a land. Imagine, oh, this hand could have been so good. If we'd had the Untidake earlier, is that even a Untidake? Yeah, I think that's probably about right. Untidake or Red Source early. His hand was so close. And I don't know what the actual odds of drawing it are. I mean, there's 22 lands on our deck. We are definitely pretty light on lands. And in some ways, the Mox Ambers and the Untidakes make up for it, but not when you just simply do not have lands at hand. Our opponent is deep in the tank on this V-click, though. If I were them, I'd just leave our hand as is. I mean, I guess I don't know what they have, but with a Vendilion click to beat us down and a bunch of burn and Snapcaster burn to finish us off, yeah, and that's what they did. Just kill us. Make us draw the colored sources here. Don't help us get to it, and then our entire hand is gas, and we're able to play it all. We at least turn the Snapcasters into Ambush Vipers. That's something. Second one, huh? That's not exactly the dream. And I have to pay life for this. This feels so bad. I guess we play Thalia because it means next turn we can play Teshar, and if it resolves, we can Mox Amber to get back Thalia. Meanwhile, between the Colonnades and the Vidonian Clicks, our opponent can just kill us very quickly here. You know, yeah, and honestly, if I was them, what if they had just bolted us, and then, well, I guess they don't have the other land here. If you just bolt us, fire up Colonnade, it's a 2-turn clock. God, come on, deck. Oh, and the Rest in Peace actually makes the Teshar's terrible, so kind of not exactly ideal to draw those in the same order. I think playing both of them is fine because they're good in different scenarios, but drawing them both together, not so good. Remand? Do we get a draw card? Cryptic. Logic, not sure. All right, I would say this one's about over here. We did, unfortunately, very unfortunately, did not get to play. And that's how Magic goes sometimes. All right, well, here's a... Hey, look, it's a card. We did it. Lightning Bolt. All right, that'll do it. We're dead to the attack next turn. Well, okay, let's see if we can get him in game 3. That, unfortunately, was not really much of a game. We didn't really get to do anything, but I like Path a little more now that we know they have... now that we know they're playing V-Clicks in there. Yeah, the Pia and Kirans are definitely good against V-Clicks. Honestly, I think everything we have is good. That's the thing. Maybe I'll cut a Rest in Peace. Maybe I'll cut both Rest in Pieces. Man, Path is just so bad in what we actually need to do against them, right? Like, that's the thing. All right, well, I'm in for this. It's not exciting, and here we're going to get punished. Might get punished by this one path we have, but we can play Kytheon. You see, the thing with the path is it's like sometimes it's great, and having V-Clicks is nice to be able to snipe them, but at the same time, it's just a dead card. We don't want to be answering their creatures with spells. We want to be playing creatures. Unfortunately, I mean, we kind of get punished by drawing the 1-up here. Yeah, having no 2-drops, pretty rough. I mean, maybe we'll have Mox Amber next turn. We can try to play Chandra, but you know, I felt like we got a little fortunate in the first game, and last game we didn't really get to play, and this hand's not looking great either. I swear we have a ton of creatures in our deck. I promise we do. Oh, no. Well, okay. There's like 30 creatures in our deck. All right, well, I guess on the plus side, our opponent is taking damage from Kytheon, and now we can make Kytheon indestructible? So I guess maybe our mana is not completely wasted here? Not sure. Not really sure what we're hoping for at this point. Zurgo, huh? Right on time, Zurgo. Let's go ahead and attack first, see what happens. Let's see what our opponent does here. They want to take 2? Okay, fair enough. Well, I guess I may as well try the Chandra. I don't think they saw Chandra in either game so far, so they may be full up on creature removal and less so on counter spells. And you know what? Look, it actually worked. Lots of options here. I think I add mana and play Zurgo. All right, look at that. I mean, I guess I could have played it pre-combat and dashed it, and maybe it actually worked. They have, if they have nothing but lightning helix and lightning bolts, that's all fine and that's good for them. But it means they don't have an answer to Chandra necessarily. In fact, in modern, in standard, you assume there's going to be more cast outs or whatever. In modern, it's actually maybe kind of difficult for a Jeskai opponent to deal with an active Chandra. Our opponent is down to 11. And there's the Supremo Verdicto. All right. That's what that card is in Spanish. Just one of my favorite Spanish card names. Come on, deck! What if we drew Hukori right now? All right, well, let's see what we get. I guess I should go ahead and fetch first. Let's see. Maybe Chandra will give us something. Give me Hokori off the top. This is why Hokori is in our deck. We hit yet another land. Okay, well, that's magic. Man, this flood is so rough. Our opponent's just giving us these huge windows to get in the game. And we're not able to take advantage. Imagine slamming Hokori right there. And our opponent gets to untap one land while we have a Chandra in play. It's just game over. And Teshar is pretty nice too. Fortunately, we don't have anything to trigger it immediately. I guess I should play it first. Well, we could get real punished by Cryptic Command here. Fortunately, we did not. All right, so that means we can exile this. Because if we hit a 1-drop, we can actually trigger this. They're going to lightning bolt it. Sure, fair enough. It doesn't matter. Our deck's full of nothing but lands anyways. Well, you know what? This is working out. Chandra's at 7. That is ultimate range. So our opponent either has to burn removal on it or go for the colonnade on it and then get blown out by this path I didn't even want to draw. That might work because somehow we just resolved Chandra and didn't get punished for it. Is that what's going to happen here? Oh, Elspeth, huh? I think we're going to win. Did we just win? Did we beat Jeskai Control with this deck? We did. Our opponent makes soldier. We just lightning bolt him. Oh my gosh, the dream. I mean, to be fair, this is actually, I think, probably a misplay on our opponent's part. They played this. We just get ultimate Chandra anyway, so they, in no world were they actually going to win by taking the line that they took. Because we would just ultimate Chandra, and then we had to play one more spell to kill him. But we did it. We took down Jeskai Control. Boros Legends, everyone. That game was awesome. Thank you for watching, everyone. This is Mighty Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler. Before we go on to the next game, there's one thing I want to say. I was at GP Vegas a week ago, and it was a very long, very difficult event for me. It was a long weekend. It was 3 days, and then we streamed the beta draft, which was incredible, and I'm glad we did it. But it was just a long weekend of work for me, right as it is. But I had more people come up to me in Vegas than ever before, introduce themselves, say hi, just want to chat, talk about the series, talk about, decks they want to play. I love talking about people's brews with them, ways to improve things, all of that. I love all the feedback. I signed playmats. That's just a thing that I didn't think, it is something I did not see in my life ever doing, right? And it really made me happy and really fulfilling to get to do that, because I'm sitting here, I'm recording, it's late at night, first of all, I have a wife and a kid, I've got a lot going on in my life, right? And sometimes it's hard to see when I'm just talking to a computer. It really connect with people, right? And I read all the YouTube comments, I know how that is. It's a hit or miss, right? But I read them all. So it was just really nice to know that people are appreciating the content and the work I put into this. So that's it. I'm sorry I got all personal there for a minute. Let's play some more Boros Legends. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome back for some more Mighty Modern. This hand right here, this is where we get to maybe live the dream with Unadake. So we're going to go ahead and Sacred Foundry out Zurgo here. And this could work out. I think I might have said Chandra. I mean, we have a turn 3 Pia and Kiran here, which is still very good. It looks like our opponent... Ooh, hollow one, huh? Well, all right, let's spin the wheel. Wow, that wheel was... I don't know if that was good for me or not. So they got rid of a Tassiger and 2 hollow ones. So, whoo, that was close. I guess that was about as good as we can ask for, really, on our end. We do need to hit a land here, but... Opponent discarding, they're playing, I think Humans is the best deck of Modern, but Hollow One is certainly 1B, or the second best deck of Modern, however you want to look at it. Extremely good. So I will definitely take the luck of them discarding old handless Hollow Ones over there. We'll get rid of 3 lands. Now, I would prefer to get rid of the other Unadake, but Look at it this way. If we had a colored source here, we can play Pia and Kiran, which is extremely good. Goblin lore time. It's interesting. They're actually... Oh, gosh, an angler. Huh? Well, that's pretty disastrous for us. I can make so much mana, but unfortunately not enough of it is color mana. Well, I can play Kytheon. I think all we do here is just attack. Our opponent obviously has to block. We Lightning Bolt or Mega Angler, and we've 2-for-1'd ourselves, but hey, that's life. Well, that Burning Inquiry may have actually wrecked us here. It was almost good, right? Getting rid of extra lands was sweet, but not having the second colored source here and drawing the second Untitled was pretty disastrous. That turn, though, if we could have just played Chandra, whew, would have been good. Or Pia and Kiran. Well, you know what? That's something we can play. And attack with it, even. In fact, this is a great card. This is why I love Captain Lannery Storm in Standard and Modern. So we have good attacks here, and we get to make a treasure. Now, I have an option. I have choices with this treasure here, right? We'll see what our opponent does if they block. They will not. So in that case, I'm just going to go ahead and sack the treasure and play out the Kytheon. You know, I could have saved the treasure for next turn to play Pia and Kiran or Chandra, but you know what? If we get attack again with it, we get to do that regardless. I don't... Okay, well, Faithless Looting. This could be a lot worse. Our opponent, they're doing fine. Discarding those hollow ones is pretty rough on them. It was bad for us, but maybe it was just worse for them, so I have to be okay with the trade-off. So there's one Flameweight Phoenix in the graveyard, as well as a Bloodghast now. They fetch down to 10 here. Depends if they can get this thing up one more to get back to Phoenix, right? Because it's 4 or greater. Yeah, so it depends if they can discard another card to pump up the Flame Wake. But even if they do, we're actually not in a terrible spot. Wow, they just have a Flame Wake. Okay. Well, I can't block any of that. This thing has Menace. It could have been a lot worse for us. Ooh, Mox Amber, though. That's a spicy one. We're going to even get a Transform Kytheon here, which is kind of sweet, I have to say. All right, so how much mana are we going to have? That's a question. Do we have lethal? That's the first question. No, we have 6. If we... Well, Bloodghast can't block, so we actually have 8. Unfortunately, not enough. I can play Mox Amber, play this. I'm short mana on that. This is going to be sweet right here. You know, I actually feel pretty good about where we're at in the game here. I just got to figure out what the best line is in this particular turn. So, my opponent's down to 1 card even. So I think if I just attack with the team, play Mox Amber, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Play Chandra. Kind of want to just play Chandra and shoot this thing. I could also, I think playing this is better. All right, so let's just attack first here. Oh, wait, do I have lethal if I include this? So if I attack for 6, sack the treasure, Mox 9. Oh, I think we have lethal. I did it. Sorry, I'm very excited there for a minute. I almost punted that. But thanks to the Mox Amber, we actually have lethal. Because we get a treasure right here. I just sack the treasure, doing 7 damage to our opponent, even though we don't actually do anything with this mana. That puts our opponent to 2. We'll transform Kytheon. That doesn't even matter. We'll play Mox Amber. We'll add red mana with it. We'll add red mana here. Unadake, play Chandra, plus Chandra, and deal the last 2 to our opponent. All right. I know you all watching on YouTube. I know you thought I was going to miss it. I know you did. You were like, when I didn't see it at first, you're like, Corbin, this is so bad. Typing out my YouTube comment. I'm ready. I'm ready to go, ready to get him. Boom. Did it. All right. So Urza's Ruinous Blast seems really good here. As does Rest in Peace. The rest of it, not necessarily so much. Anyways, the point is I found the line, everybody. I did it. I know you didn't believe in me, but I did it. Well, Corey actually seems pretty bad. Hazoret seems pretty bad, too. I mean, Hazoret's never bad, I guess. It's fine. It actually blocks hollow ones really well, but I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. What do we want to cut, though? We do need to cut stuff, so... I mean, I could probably just cut a random one, cut a one drop here, cut an Isamaru. We need red mana more than, so I guess if I'm cutting things, I'd cut the Isamarus. I cut a Thalia on the draw, though. That seems fine, too. I will give this one a shot. You know what? Damping Sphere is actually interesting because it makes the hollow ones cost mana. Alright, I'm keeping this hand. We have Urza's Ruinous Blast. I feel like that is 1000% the best card in the matchup. So now, of course, we'll see if our opponent actually lets us keep it, but... Alright, so what we're hoping for right here is to rip Mox Amber off the top so we can play Gideon of the Trials on turn 2, or Captain Lannery Storm on turn 2, but Mox Amber is very broken in a draw like this. Because, you know what? Double Flameblade Adept is terrifying, and that's how you die on, like, turn 3. Oh, our opponent missed a free attack there. Okay, so, unfortunately, we get to do nothing here. I'm not going to fetch until I have to, I guess, and then I can just fetch a basic. This game's all about Urza's Ruinous Blast. That's what we have to get to. So, and you know what? If we... Oh, God. This is going to hurt so badly. The problem is we're just going to die on turn 4 before we can get to Urza's Ruinous Blast. So I'm going to play Captain Lannery Storm. I'm going to attack with him and make a treasure. We're actually have a turn 4 Urza's Ruinous Blast, but I bet you we just die to these Flameblade Adepts. That card is terrifying. And there's a hollow one. Well, gosh, and this can't block. I could play Gideon, plus Gideon on the hollow one. Maybe that's good. Our opponent has 3 cards in hand. They can flashback looting, which makes this 6-10. I mean, 10's not lethal, but if they had any other way to cycle a card, we'd be dead before we can Ruinous Blast. That's if I went with the Captain Lannery Storm there. If I play Gideon, maybe they spend a turn attacking Gideon. And then I can Chandra and just try to buy time until Ruinous Blast. I think that that's better. Because, well, I can just Emblem and that'll definitely make him attack it. I don't know if that's better, though. I think maybe just preventing the damage from a Flameblade Adept would be better. I don't, because the Emblem just means they attack it with 1 Flameblade Adept and it dies. This at least makes them send more, more things at it. All right, I don't know if we're gonna get there this game, to be honest, but I'm hopeful that Gideon can buy us a turn, and then basically Chandra can buy us another turn, and then we can Urza's Ruinous Blast. Urza's Ruinous Blast is going to be great in the matchup, and hopefully if we don't get there this game, we can get there in game 3. But they have Faithless Looting in their graveyard, so they just already represent a lot of damage over there. And that's even if all of their hand is bad. Basically, we'd do a whole bunch of things. Now, we could have ripped Mox Amber. Well, you know what? Faithless Looting here is probably best case scenario for us, to be honest. Bloodghast won't have haste. Gurmag Angler and Engineered Explosives. Okay. The problem is if we take so much damage, we can Urza's Ruinous Blast and then still just die to whatever comes after. The deck is... I mean, it's nice that it exiles, that's for sure. Oh gosh, are we just dead? This is why, by the way, this is why I said that one of these doesn't get to do damage to us. Unfortunately, we still take 9 if they come at us. And that's what they're doing. All right, Mox Amber off the top. Chandra, huh? Not being able to block is just the worst. It's going to kill us. In fact, we're just dead, aren't we? If we'd hit Mox Amber, dang it, if we'd hit Mox Amber, we could have just destroyed them right here. But as it is, I fetched down to 2. Chandra kills one, Gideon kills the other, but they flashback looting and kill us. All right, we've died. That's so close. We were so close. I needed them to send them at Gideon that turn. I think I like everything we got going on. Just need to... I mean, that was very close. That game was close. I know it doesn't look close because we got destroyed. I don't think we didn't even do damage or whatever. But I think maybe we dealt them 2. But we were one, land away, whether it was an Unadake or a Mox Amber there, of just exiling their entire board. Now we start the mulligan train. Yep, that makes sense. Well, some days you don't get to play Magic, everybody. I guess I have to keep this one, right? And I hope that there's a white... I can't even cast the Brimaz with a white source. Well, so we keep this. You know what? You know what? If there are 5 cards that can win the game, this is probably it, to be honest. Turn 2, Captain Lannery Storm. It's actually a turn 3 Urza's Ruinous Blast, to be honest. I guess that's something. Maybe we'll get... Well, this is where we get Burning Inquiry. I just look at our hand and say, God, this is so good. This is like the hand that could actually win, and we're going to get Burning Inquiry out. Oh, Faithful City, maybe not. If our opponent just goes... The thing is, they're not going to know what we're doing. Maybe we just steal a win with Urza's Ruinous Blast. Like, it is possible. We mulligan to 4? That would be story for the ages, everybody. Mulligan to 4 with our Brew. Beat the best... One of the 2 best decks in Modern on a mull to 4. That would be the dream, I guess. Yeah, if I just have a good 7-card hand, it's not a good story when I win, right? It's actually pretty nuts that we have a turn 3 or a Ruinous Blast. So this deck is sweet. We had to mulligan to Oblivion here, but man, this deck is sweet. Lavamancer, huh? You know what? Lavamancer is unfortunately a big problem. Oh, it was a problem, but now we have Iganjo Castle. Look at that. We can use the treasure to use the Iganjo Castle to prevent the damage to Captain Lannery Storm from the Lavamancer. I mean, the thing is, I think that basically only works for this turn, but... Look at all this mana we have, though. I guess I didn't know for sure what I should do with that Mox Amber, depending on what my opponent did, but seems like it might work out okay. What I would love is for them to just do something and just blow their entire hand out onto the table right here, and then get, punished by Urza's Ruinous Blast. The problem for us is if they just in step, go for the Lavamancer on Lannery Storm, they can then untap and do the same. And hit it that way, and it would go away. So I want them to spam their hand out so we can Urza's Ruinous Blast. Now we can still get blown out by Burning Inquiry here, but what I'd love is for like a Goblin Lore here. Yeah, shock yourself down to 9. Now play Goblin Lore. Maybe. Gurmag. Well, I think I may have to take what I can get here and Urza's Ruinous Blast these creatures away and hope our opponent doesn't have any other creatures. Ooh, they're getting feisty, though, with that Lavamancer. We drew a land. Well, here's the thing, though. Because our opponent attacked with Lavamancer, I think we can actually take another hit and then go for the Ruinous Blast. This might be greedy. It might be greedy. But I think our opponent has 2 Flameweight Phoenixes, and that's terrifying. So I think they're actually going to spend their turn just bringing those back and doing whatever else, and we take a giant hit, we take 9 or whatever, but then we get to get everything with Urza's Ruinous Blast. It'll be the best Urza's Ruinous Blast in modern history. I mean, look, we take a bunch of... Oh, they actually they don't want to come in with the Angler. Interesting. All right, please play something else. No, well, all right, that's fine, I guess. Ooh, that's a Chandra. Can I play Chandra now? How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, huh? So I could play Chandra. The thing is, can I do that? I have 10 if you count. So that's one short. So if I play Chandra, my opponent went to Lavamancer. That would get us, right? So what if instead I just first thing I do is Urza's Ruinous Blast? All right, we'll go ahead and get all the counters here on our Captain Lannery Storm. This might work. Yeah, I mean, it's going to work in this sense, yeah. I'm on board with this. Look at this. So we get an Urza's Ruinous Blast away, a Gurmag Angler, a Lavamancer, 2 Flamewake Phoenixes. We get to protect our Captain Lannery Storm with the Igandro Castle from the Lavamancer. We get to exile all of their board, and then we have Chandra as a follow-up next turn. That's something right there. You know what my opponent should do? They should shoot their Flamewake Phoenix with their Grim Lavamancer. Oh, they just have Lightning Bolt? Well, that's no fair. Oh, this is a disaster because now we don't have red. I didn't think they had Lightning Bolt on top of all that. Alright, so the thing is Captain Lannery Storm goes away. Yeah, this was so close. If our opponent didn't have that bolt there, and we still exile everything on their board, but if they didn't have that bolt there, we get to attack, we get to make red mana. Oh no, they discarded a bunch of lands with Goblin Lore. It can't be good. They play land, just pass. Oh, they just passed. Well, you know what? That's not the red source we need, but I guess we can play Chandra next turn. That was so close, though, because we could have attacked with Captain Lannery Storm for a bunch, then played Chandra on this turn. But if they couldn't do anything last turn, maybe they can't do anything this turn. They're going to flashback Faithless Looting. They're going to play a Tasigur. Okay. Fine with that. Alicia, huh? Power 2 or less. That has power 2 or less. I think I can do everything here. So I have... If I play Alicia, well, I need to play Chandra first, right? Chandra will actually survive a hit from Tasigur, too. This game's still going to be really close here. We're going to play Chandra. Oh, this is actually perfect. This is so good. Okay. I have no idea if we're going to win this game, but this is actually great because the Mox Amber gives us enough mana to make Alicia. And we get a plus Chandra. We don't have to use Chandra for mana. We get a plus Chandra to actually do damage to our opponent here. So look at that. Our opponent's down to 6. We get rid of a useless Tsunadake. But our opponent has this Tasigur, and I don't know what else they have because Tasigur won't kill Chandra if they attacked. And if he attacks, then our first striking Alicia, who smiles at death, we get to play white and bring back Captain Lannery Storm. And even if they block, you're looking at 2 damage from Captain Lannery Storm, 2 damage from Chandra. But of course, if they don't attack, we do nothing. So, all right, Faithless Looting is very, very good for them, though. We have a chance. We have a chance to somehow pull this match out. We mulligan to 4. I just don't know. Oh no, Flamewake Phoenix, no, no. As I just don't know if it can be overstated that we mulligan to 4 here. Yeah, flashback looting. This is the problem with the Hollow One deck, is it just plays so much out of its graveyard that these Faithless Lootings are just infinite card draw for them. They want to pitch stuff. You just hit a critical mass of things you put in your graveyard, so Faithless Looting is just incredibly broken. And if they have a land drop, the Bloodghast is even going to have haste. I guess I wouldn't, the haste wouldn't matter. However, here's the thing. If our opponent sends him with Chandra, that's fine, because then we still have outs to win the game. I can chump block. That doesn't seem worth it. All right, Chandra's going to go, but we have outs. Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt? Lightning... Oh, no, they have Hollow One, too. They shed everything. JK, we lost. It was so close, though. Gideon's not bad. The man... All right, well, we'll play Gideon here. Oh, I tapped my... No, I tapped my mana wrong. No, I tapped my mana wrong. I don't have 2 white. I had enough to do it all. I could have done it. I could have attacked. This wouldn't have been able to deal damage. I would have got this back, but I guess that wouldn't have mattered anyways, because then we'd be dead on the crackback. We needed to hit... Them having Hollow One was just dumb there. We almost got there on the mulligan to 4. There was nothing we could do from this point, but... Those, like I said, Faithless, we have to top deck, and they just get to look at a million cards a turn thanks to Faithless Lootings. We were so close, though. We baited out the perfect... I guess we can draw Urza's Ruinous Blast. We're still not dead. As long as we're alive, we have 1 out. We can draw... Well, I guess there's 2 of them in our deck, right? We can draw an Urza's Ruinous Blast and win. That's what we're all in on here. But yeah, we were so close. If they didn't have Hollow One, we could have attacked with this. By Captain Lannery Storm. Now, it would have come back attacking, so we wouldn't have had the treasure. So we would have dealt 5 with it. But, all right, so that at us. All right, that means we're still alive. Urza's Ruinous Blast off the top, please. Urza's Ruinous Blast. Urza's Ruinous Blast. Yeah, they're playing into it. Urza's Ruinous Blast. Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt, if you're scoring at home, it's the card we needed 2 turns ago. All right, I think we're dead here. I can hit the Flamewake Phoenix with the Bolt. I can block the Hollow One, and then we die. Well, it was very close, everybody. What a disaster. It was so close on our mulligan to 4. We're almost there. But I think there's nothing I can do here. We block here. We can't bolt anything. It was very close. It was very, very close. Good match, that's for sure. We almost got there. Our opponent, if they didn't have that last Hollow One, we would add this bolt as an out. If they didn't have all those Faithless Lootings, or if we had... I don't think I could have done anything different. It was a great match, though. Hollow One, great deck. There you go, everybody. Thank you for watching this. This was a lot of fun, that's for sure. We almost got there. Almost the dream story. All right, good game. What was the next card? This doesn't matter, right? It never matters. But hey, what's the next card? What's the next card? What's this? It is not a Resistor Ruinous Blast. All right. That's a whole bunch of land. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mighty Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, and this is Boros Legend. Shout out to AE Marling, who played this at GP Vegas. He's an awesome follow on Twitter. He's a great guy. Does a lot of cosplay at tournaments. Does flavor text Wizards of the Coast, I believe, as well. And he was playing the second round one feature match at Vegas and really caught my eye, and I'm happy to play it. We've got Mox Ambers. We've got all the legends, and we've got Untidake here, or however you say this card. It's going to be a fun one. But we do have to mulligan this hand. Well, this looks much better. Now, this hand isn't insane, but you know what? It's got a lot going for it right here. Third land, I guess so. We are on the play, so we'll go ahead and lead off with this, I don't know, we want Zurgo? Do we want Isamaru? I got to say, I've actually never cast. I didn't play in Champions Kamigawa. I was not playing Magic. I never cast or had an Isamaru cast against me. And you know what? I've never cast a Zurgo Bellstriker either. This is going to be a fun match, that's for sure. Sure, let's play the Houndaconda. Why not? Oh, I made red mana. I'm just kidding. We're going to play Zurgo. I don't know that it really matters given we have land on top of our deck. If we didn't have land on top of our deck, maybe it would matter since this thing could technically be dashed later, but All right, let's see what our opponent's up to over there. Oh, we're getting lightning bolted. Fair enough. Jeskai or something, maybe? I guess I'll go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and just play Isamaru out here. So our deck, I don't know how our deck works. This card's sweet. I saw all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. I really want to cast this card. I'm not exactly sure what our matchups are like. I do know we want to be the aggressor. Our deck likes to jump from 1 to 3 mana, and obviously we had a mulligan here, so this is not going to be ideal no matter how you look at it. But we'll see what we can do. Ooh, look at that. That's a Mox Amber. Yeah, I'm going to play this Mox Amber. I'm going to try this Chandra. This will put our opponent to the test, and you know what? You know, in some ways I might not want to do this, right? If it's countered, whatever, and then they'll kill our bolt later. But I don't really have another choice here, right? We have to put the pressure on. We have to be the aggressor here. Our opponent might be on a Blue Moon style deck over there. We might just get remanded here, and that would be fine. Wow, is it charmed? Okay, interesting. I guess I won't pay 2. Our deck is definitely an all-in sort of deck, and I think the control decks are very, very, very much our worst matchups for what it's worth here. Sometimes we can get underneath them, but I mean, look, we had the mulligan, and you know we've drawn a lot of mana sources. That is a nice one there, though. And heck, we can even prevent damage to this thing. Let's see if we get in there. Our opponent wants the lightning bolt. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to prevent the next 2 damage to be dealt to Isamaru. So look at that. We actually counter the lightning bolt, so to speak. We're going to take 1 damage here. Is our opponent going to burn another removal spell on it? They're not. Did we do it? Surely they'll just do something in the end step to kill it, right? No, draw 2, discard 2. Look at that. I have no idea what my opponent's up to, by the way. It's got to be some sort of Blue Moon deck, and I guess they're just playing Izzet Charms. I can see it. That way, if they're on the Through the Breach Emrakul plan, it gives you a way to shuffle them out. Academy Ruins, though, huh? Main deck Anger of the Gods? What is happening over there? I'm very confused, but looks like my opponent... Ooh, Gideon, huh? I'm going to play the Thalia here because my opponent missed a land drop here, so I want to mess with their land drops. I have no idea what they're up to over there. Oh, we did it! Look at that! Thalia wrecking fetch lands since 2016, or... Yeah, I think that's when this card was printed. Hazoret. Oh, we are close, too. We are close to playing that Hazoret. All right, so let's go ahead and get in with Thalia here. This deck is sweet. You can play so many fun cards in this archetype. That's the thing. I guess I'll just try to play this Gideon. Ooh, it resolved? Okay, all right. I guess I'll just get an emblem here. I mean, maybe I should have plussed it simply to get it out of bolt range, but if our opponent had a bolt, they'd be bolting things already. Then again, maybe we're going to die here. I mean, for all we know, our opponent's going to, like, Simian Spirit Guide Emrakul us or something. Oh, but you know what? We would be able to beat Emrakul. Thanks to Thalia, Heretic, Cathar. Alright, so our opponent has 4 mana. We'll see what they're up to. What I do know is if we draw a land, we can just play Hazoret and get on in there. If we don't draw a land, we have something to cast. I guess it worked. Look at that. I sure didn't expect Gideon to resolve. I can't believe we did it. Boros Legends, everybody. That was sweet. All right, on to game 2. The thing is, I have no idea what my opponent's up to. These Ruinous Blasts don't seem great. Teshar does seem kind of good here. So this is, now we have a lot of 4-drops in our deck, right? But I think this is a good one. If they want to Lightning Bolt our stuff, we'll just play Teshar and then immediately play something else. And yeah, boom, got him, right? Okay, so I guess we don't want the pass. I mean, keep in mind, I have no idea what my opponent's doing. So yeah, I mean, I just don't know what they're up to over there. We have a lot of 4-drops, so we might as well cut the Hazoret here. Hazoret you want in the combo matchups, not the grindy matchups, where you just need to kill them really fast, or, you know, the control matchups, that sort of thing. I like the Okoris. I like the Chandras. I mean, this card's also good here. We actually get more out of our sideboard, so I can play another Hokori. So the thing is, we have a really high curve for deck playing Zurgo Bellstrikers, right? But between the Mox Ambers and the Unadakes, we can actually cast them all. I mean, you saw in that game, we had no issue casting 4-drops. Now, we do have to worry about them maybe clogging our hand up a little bit, but we have so many 1 and 3-drops here. All that said, I still have absolutely no idea what we're up against. I guess Rest in Peace? Is that worse? Like, do we think Rest in Peace is worse than just playing Path to Exile or something? Our opponent didn't show us anything that could be pathed, and I wouldn't think that a straight blue-red deck would have many things that could be pathed. Damping Sphere is an option to get their Snapcasters, but we want to cast a lot of spells too, so I think if that was going to be the plan, it would just be better to play the Rest in Peace. I've talked myself into it, and we'll hedge with a path here. Keep in mind, we have no idea what our opponent's up to, and they played a lot of weird cards, right? It's got to be a combo deck of some sort. I mean, is it is this hand keepable? This hand is close to being insane. I am going to keep it. I'm going to give it a shot here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should know what my opponent's up to, but as of right now, I just don't. I guess maybe I should have mulliganed. This Mox Amber ranges from great to not very good. Oh no, Teshar was not the draw we wanted. Yeah, I think if this had been a red-white, like if it had been a dual land, maybe it would have been better. Then again, we were on the draw. We don't play a lot of lands, though. Maybe I should have mulliganed. Our hand becomes very good if we hit a white source, though. All right, I guess it's just got to be Blue Moon then. Oh no. All right, well, looks like we got a little bit punished here. Drawing a 3 I mean, that's the thing. Our deck does need to hit the land drops. Obviously not an expert with this archetype, so I'm not sure exactly what I should be doing here. I do know that not hitting a land this far has been fairly unlucky. Zurgo. Going all the way, I guess, maybe. The thing is, our hand was so good at grinding out removal if we hit lands. And I kind of like, against a control deck like we're playing against, I like being on the land light draw. That just needs to draw lands to get there, right? Because I don't want... Okay, main deck Kozilek's return. Or we're sideboarded now, not main deck. Is this when it comes into play? No, it's cast. All right. Well, here's our Zurgo, I guess. Like I said, on the draw, especially against a control opponent like this, I'd rather have a land light hand that can, just is one card away, one land away from being very explosive and good, to having than having a mana heavy hand where they basically kill 2 threats and then you lose the game. At some point there is an amount of risk you have to take. All that said, we're basically, our opponent is down to 10, but they're flipping Ascanta, and once you find Ascanta, it is hard to lose. Almost no hands we can keep with this deck can miss land drops 4 turns on our draw set 4 turns in a row and win, though. So there's also that. Well, all right, fair enough. I'm not going to stick around and grind it out against Ascanta. We're not beating that card ever. We do know what they're up to now. It is just simply a control deck over there. So the Rest in Pieces do seem decent. The Hokori seems very good, but we have so many 4-drops already. I guess maybe I just want the Hazoret here, and we want to cut, like, the... Our opponent showed us Anger, which means both Teshar and Pia and Kiran are kind of bad. I'm going to cut a Teshar here. Guess we'll give this a shot. I don't really know. I know that we want to get underneath them. That's for sure. Oh, and here we go, I guess. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I can't really mulligan this hand, but compared to our last hand, yeah, this hand, it could just die so hard and do nothing. I assume our opponent's just going to kill this Kytheon, which works because then I can play the second one. If they could really just next level me by letting it live, but here comes a lightning bolt. Flame slash even. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, Brimaz, huh? Now we're talking. Alright, get this Kytheon out here. The problem is this Path to Exile's probably just a mulligan anyways. Really didn't have much else to bring in. Let's see what my opponent thinks about Kytheon number 2. And they're going to shock themselves with a Steam Vent and Serum Visions. Okay. Brimaz is a very, very good one against a blue-red deck. You know what? Because this thing is lightning bolt proof. And now, look at that. My opponent, they don't have a counterspell up. Yeah, this is great for us. They could be leaning on an Anger of the Gods that's just going to get nowhere with the Brimaz. You know, use your 3 mana to get rid of our Kytheon, sure thing. Brimaz is a house all on its own. We'll see if that happens, but... we have Teshar in our deck, and I can only make white mana with the Mox Amber right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and hold it. Don't think we need to path anything they do, and don't really want to be pathing my own guys, I don't think. This is so good. When it attacks, you create a token. When it blocks, you create a token. Extremely powerful card. And in fact, I don't actually know what our opponent... They have to have a 4 damage spell. I mean, they can Flame Slash it. That's certainly a thing. They could Snapcaster their Flame Slash, and in fact, that is certainly what they should do here on their main phase if they have Snapcaster in hand. Flame Slash is a nice little card, actually. Alright, they're Serum Visioning, so that means no Flame Slash this turn. Or at least, rather, no Snapcaster Flame Slash. And they went bottom. So that's... Oh, they had a Braid? Okay, that's fine, though. A Braid on our Kytheon and Brimaz survives. That is what we wanted. Now, that 4th land off the top, not what we wanted. But the fact that they drew and then went bottom tells me that they are going to be in trouble to this thing. They need something to deal with it. And the nice part of our hand is with this Path to Exile and Lightning Bolt, even if they were to try to Snapcast or block and kill it, we could actually even deal with that. Yeah, they have Cryptic Command now. Flooding out is not what we want to do here. Mana Screw to Mana Flood, not really where you want to be. And we're just kind of all in on this right now. But we'll see what we can do. It's an interesting token. Alright, so they're going to tap, draw. Sure. Well, that's good and bad, I guess. It means that our opponent still doesn't have an answer to our board. Roast. Yeah, that'll do it. They must have top-decked that. Well, this is unfortunate. We're very close this game. The flooding out is pretty rough. And there's a search. Yeah, we have this turn to try to land something good. You know what? They're our worst card. Our opponent is at 9. I don't think we're going to win the game, but, I mean, hey, it's close. Opponent finding Azcanta is just generally always bad for you. They're going to Lightning Bolt our token, so that's not great. What a close match. We just needed, I think, to, not draw 3 lands in a row or whatever we did there. Thalia West Transmute. Okay, interesting. For a Walking Ballista. I mean, I'm not going to tell them that isn't good. This might be our last chance here to draw something relevant. I'd take a Hazard off the top. You know what? Hokori's a card. I mean, again, it's unlikely this will resolve, but you never know. It's a lot worse for them than it is for us. It did resolve. Step 1. Step 2, do we get to pass the turn with it? That would be the dream. All right, end step. Oh, we did it? Okay. Wow. That is something. I mean, our opponent's got the Walking Ballista that they could play for 2. That taps them out. I mean, it basically doesn't. It is what it is, so they're going to anger it. That's fine, though. I mean, basically, we got a card and a turn out of them that way, and now we can draw Lightning Bolt and win. Or Zurgo and win. We actually have a lot of outs right here. Come on, something good. The best. The dream. The flood. Oh, no. Oh, it was too bad. I think that was our window right there. Possibility Storm. Say what? What? My opponent casts Possibility Storm? Anyone? Anyone? What? All right. Whenever a player casts a spell from their hand, they exile it. The next cards from the top of their library. Until they exile a card that shares a card type with it, they can play that card without paying its mana cost. It's got to be a combo deck, right? So we know that they have Walking Ballista in hand. They're going to play this, play Walking Ballista for 0, and go get some kind of broken artifact to kill us. That's what's going to happen. I guess maybe I should have bolted them in response. I don't even know. Oh, it's the only creature, so they get an Emrakul. I see. It's just a really slow Emrakul deck. Well, whatever, let's have some fun with the lightning bolts, I guess. Alright. Bolt finding bolt. I mean, I think we only have other lightning bolts to find, yeah. I guess now we can't top deck one, but we couldn't have done that anyway, so... Alright, I don't know. What? Oh, they cast it. Oh, they took an extra turn. I see. Well, that's the game. Huh. All right, I guess we got Possibility Stormed. Huh. Well, not every day you see something like that happen. I guess it's not a bad Emrakul deck because it actually casts it. That's sort of the difference here. And in fact, some ways this is like another Through the Breach. It's a 5 mana way to get an Emrakul. And casting Emrakul is way better than just putting an Emrakul into play. It does require you to play no Snapcasters, for instance, and just Ballista. But you know what? Hey, I got Emrakul. GG. Thanks for watching, everyone.